What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brandon. The channel is 540 Flips. Hope you are all doing well out there. Today is Wednesday, November 8th, 2023, and it's kind of a bittersweet day, and I need all of you to do me a huge favor if you don't mind. Tomorrow is my daughter's birthday, and she will be turning 18. So if I could get all of you to, down in the comments below, just type happy birthday Jade, I would really appreciate it. It's an exciting time because I can't wait to see what her future, what becomes of it. She is a bright young lady, very intelligent, very self-motivated, self-driven. She does overwhelm herself at times, and overwhelming is something I want to talk about a little bit today. But she has had straight A's since she started elementary school. When she did any type of competitions or anything like that, she always put pressure on herself to do the best, and if she didn't, she would get upset at herself. So I have been blessed to be a part of her life since 2012. She is my stepdaughter, but I've always said she is my daughter. Growing up with a stepfather who didn't really take much interest in my life and a biological father that was never in my life, I vowed to, if I was going to be in a situation to have a stepchild of any sort, they would be considered my own. So she is my daughter. She will be 18 tomorrow. Exciting times ahead. Jade, very proud of you, and I would appreciate all of you dropping a happy birthday comment. But anyway, topic for today, it's kind of a bunch of different routes I've wanted to go with this. It's some things I've been thinking about. We're into next week. We'll be halfway already through the fourth quarter. Only a few weeks left, really, if you think about it, in the year. And this will complete my first year of officially doing what I've always coined as miscellaneous reselling. And there's been a lot of self-learning. The last video I talked about taking, self-responsibility, taking accountability on whether or not our sales are slow or whatever. You hear a lot of times outside of the negative and doom and gloom, there's a lot of topics sometimes and videos discussing motivation or burnout or that sort of thing. And one thing I've learned about myself is when I get into a rut, if I start feeling overwhelmed, if I start losing that motivation, getting down, having anxiety or whatever you want to call it, 99.9% of the time it's self-imposed. And the reason for that I've found that creates most of it is I have a habit, and I'm sure many of us do, of, I guess we'll call it over-sourcing. You go out, and it sounds stupid to even say, but you go out and you get in, you get hit with this FOMO feeling, or you get this rush of excitement because you find a sale and it's got all this stuff and the prices are incredible, and you just start buying. And that's great. It's awesome to have inventory. It's awesome to have a death pile. You never know when the next good sale is going to be, or if there's going to be bad weather or whatever. You never know what's going to happen, right? We can't predict the future, so we have to take advantage of the current opportunity and what is presented to us. The problem that I have found personally is I'm very good at buying. I'm very good at spotting items and, finding deals and all of that. I can shop like a professional. But then when I bring it home, I look around and I'm like, I already have a ton of stuff. I get excited, for the finds of the day, but then when I go to sit down and sort it, I don't know where to begin. The other thing with that is I may have stuff that I've needed to get listed, You know, maybe it's a seasonal item or something, but I'll bring new stuff in and I'll put it ahead of what I should be doing. And I really, really, really need to stop doing that. It's okay to source. It's okay to, you know, if you find something that you know is just too good to leave. Like if you go and find a $5 item and it's $200 or, you know, even $100, you're 20x in your money. Okay, you know, pick it up. But then you don't need to buy 10 other items that are $2 a piece that you might get $15 out of just because they're there if you're not going to list them. And I'm starting to learn this because I have so much stuff. And this isn't, you know, to cry and complain or whatever, but the truth is I don't know if I'm ever going to get the stuff listed that I already have. And we have to start telling ourselves. And Tim, over the years, I heard him mention it on the Reseller Information Network. He said that he's getting better at leaving profits sitting at a sale. And we have to start training ourselves that, because the truth is, and what I'm learning is, I have a ton of cool stuff, but it's not earning me any money. It's just cool stuff if I'm not getting it listed on eBay. If it's not being put available to sell, then it's earning me nothing. Okay? Even listing it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to sell, but you know, you could have a room full of high sell-through rate stuff, but it's not earning you a dime if it's just sitting there and it's not being listed. It's the same way coming from sports cards. You know, that's something that I have more of a heavy background in. This debate is talked about over there too. You know, there's always this debate of, is someone a collector? Are they a flipper? You know, what are they in the hobby for? And then the next statement goes to the value of the card. And in cards, values are so volatile. A guy could be worth $100 today, and something could happen, and you know, his price could go down to $20, or it could go up to $200. But the point being is the value of the card is really neutral until it's sold. So a lot of people will like prospect or buy a card to sit and hold with hopes of the value increasing, but until it's sold, even if the value does increase, until it is sold, it's earning you nothing. And it's kind of the same way that I'm starting to feel about, you know, the way as a reseller, it's awesome when you get, you know, when you go to sales or you go out on a weekend and you find a bunch of stuff. It's exciting and it's very, very easy. You go out, you come back home, you got a car load or a SUV load or whatever you source with. You got a load of stuff and you might have spent $50 or $75, $100, whatever. And you look at it and you're like, yeah, you know, I scored. I got $1,000 worth of stuff. The problem is you still got the stuff from last weekend or the weekend before sitting there. And every time, yeah, you got, you know, I've told myself, and my wife does too, she'll say the same thing. Well, we need the inventory, right? Winter's coming. We gotta have the inventory. But the problem that I'm finding, and the biggest issue, is I am incapable of catching up. Like, I'm so far behind on getting my stuff listed, it just continuously starts making a pile. And then that pile becomes so overwhelming that you look at it and you're like, am I ever going to get this accomplished? Am I ever going to get this stuff listed? And so, you know, that's when the anxiety and the overwhelming feeling and the lack of motivation starts really hitting me personally. And I don't know if this is what affects others. I don't have a burnout from reselling. I love the opportunity to be able to do this. I love going out hunting for items. I love when that cha-ching goes off and knowing that I listed it and, you know, had it at the right price and passed it along to somebody else. I love all of that. But it's got to be controlled a little bit, because when I start seeing the piles of stuff sitting around and I don't know where to begin, that's when I start losing my focus. I start losing my motivation. I start getting stressed out. I start feeling anxiety. And then I don't want to say a feeling of giving up, but it's a feeling of lost, because you don't know where to dive in and begin. So a couple of things here. I want to kind of, over the next, several weeks till we go into the first of the year, I want to start evaluating and kind of maybe targeting more specific things next year when I'm going out and sourcing and stuff. I'm not going to niche myself, but I do want to maybe limit into certain things. Maybe not buy everything of a certain category. Just say, okay, I'll take this stuff of this category, but still keep all of my categories open. Also, I would like you guys, if you would like, if you're suffering from this as well, let's join together and maybe come together, and in a future video or something, I can come up with like a little, I don't want to call it a challenge, but something fun for all of us to like maybe give ourselves a goal, like maybe listing goal, or whether it's for a day, a week, month, whatever. Let's see if we can hit those listing goals. See if we can help boost our sales up a little bit. Maybe even if we don't, if we have to start moving inventory, if we're not pricing it at the top of the market, let's maybe we give a little bit of a deal on some of this stuff and get it moving, right? It's not doing us anything but looking pretty and taking up space if we're not listing it and selling it. So another option is maybe do a whatnot type thing. I don't know. I've been approved on there for like 2 years, but I've never done a single sale. I've actually never bought anything on whatnot either, but that might be an option. Or shout out again to the Reseller Information Network, Eric, Tim, Chernock, and Leroy. I want to mention District. They have opened a District marketplace. Their marketplace is called the One Stop Shop by RIN. If you are new to District, it's a really cool platform. It has a bunch of different marketplaces inside of it. Everything from sports cards to stuffed animals, clothes, vases, like whatever. It can be listed on there. There's many different marketplaces. If you want to go check it out, go sign up for District. And if you sign up, make a first purchase and use my referral link. It is BOBBL and the number 0. It'll save yourself $5 on your first purchase. It does help me out as well, so I just want to make that known. It's just a referral, like discount code, referral link, or whatever. If you want to go try it out, I've been approved as a seller on there for CGC because I am an authorized dealer for them. I'm also a bulk submitter for SGC, but I've been on District for a couple months now. It's a very interesting platform. I'm kind of excited to see where it goes, and shout out to Eric and those guys at RIN for opening their marketplace. I'm an approved seller on there, so I am going to be moving some stuff on there as well. So kind of excited to see how that goes too. But one thing I do have to stop doing is oversourcing, and I feel like, again, taking the responsibility on my own self for creating the craziness, the havoc that goes on, putting the pressure and the anxiety and the overwhelmingness and the burnout or lack of motivation, whatever. It's all my own fault, because I know every time I bring in a bunch of stuff, I get excited until I sit down and look around and I'm like, what the hell am I doing? So anyway, comment below, please, if you don't mind, give my daughter happy birthday shout out. Let me know, do you suffer from this? Does this part, think about it. Is this part of what maybe hinders your motivation? I would love to know, am I on a single ship, or is this what a lot of us, like, is it part of the problem? So, but that's all I got for you guys right now. Hope you do enjoy. Do want to also mention there was a comment that I seen asking me to do a packing video. I got to figure out how I'm going to record that. I also, I think I'm going to start putting out more content again. I'm not going to do daily, but I think I'm going to do every few days instead of, I tried out this once every 7-day thing, but there's a lot of stuff I enjoy talking about. I like, seeing you guys' comments and the interaction. So maybe I can do like maybe one every 3 or one every 5 days instead of one every 7. But get some more stuff out there. If you got anything you would like to see or discussed, drop a comment down below. If you haven't, hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, and I will catch you guys in the next one.